Greetings, everyone. I am Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. It's time for another of those episodes that we just kind of hate doing when our beloved musicians, rock stars leave us. Today, there's been so many losses in the Southern rock community over the years to the point where there's hardly anybody left from most of our original Southern rock favorites. So today, we're here to report the sad passing of Freddie Salem, guitarist, vocalist, and songwriter who spent a good amount of years in the Outlaws. Of course, one of the great Southern rock bands of all time. Freddie, born May 15th, 1954, passes away here on the 23rd of September 2024 at the age of 70 due to a bout with liver cancer. Of course, Freddie joined the band, the Outlaws, or just Outlaws, right? They don't go by the Outlaws, on their Plan to Win album, which was, I believe, 1977. Okay, and that was his first album with the band. He kind of replaced Henry Paul, so they continued to have the three-guitar army, also, great vocalist and songwriter, so the Outlaws continued to have that kind of bunch of guys singing, three guys playing guitar, and I think he also brought a harder edge to the band. If you're kind of familiar with the Outlaws repertoire, once he joined the band, a lot of the harder rocking songs that they would start featuring on their albums and in their sets had a lot to do with his presence in the band. Another guy, Gibson Les Paul player, brought a big meaty tone and a sizzling lead guitar style to complement Billy Jones and Huey Thomason. That was the three-piece, the three-guitar army going forward. In addition, he also appeared on the Eye of the Storm album, which was from 1977, and there he is right there. Okay, right next to Huey over here, and some great stuff on these albums, right? Long Gone, It's All Right, Miracle Man, on Playing to Win, which was a little bit more of a harder edged album. But Cry Some More is on here. You Are the Show. Great song, You Are the Show. He also appeared on the Los Hombres Malo album. You got Don't Stop on here, Back from Eternity, Won't Come Out of the Rain, Easy Roads, Running. Great stuff on here. Just, the Outlaws, of course, Southern rock band, but had, especially early on, always had a lot of kind of country rock influences in their sound as well for these Southerners. And whereas bands like Skynyrd and whatnot featured more of a hard rock sound, but with all those bluesy and country rock elements, Outlaws did the same thing, but they had much more of a pop sensibility, much more of a country rock sensibility. But with Freddie's influence in the band, that started to turn. So we're starting to see some of these albums definitely rocking out a bit more than their first couple albums, which are absolutely terrific. But again, with more of that country influence. Here, we got a serious rock band going on here. In the middle of all this, we've got the Bring It Back Alive live album, which is absolutely terrific. There he is all the way down at the end. Right, there's Freddie. Here you got some killer tracks like I Hope You Don't Mind on here. Prisoner, Hurry Sundown is on here. Lover Boy, Stick Around for Rock and Roll, other classics, and of course Greengrass and High Tides, the big kind of their kind of Freebird. And of course we don't want to forget, and it's on this kind of twofer here, we don't want to forget the killer album, Ghost Riders. Ghost Riders was the first album I ever got from the band, and Ghost Riders is just chock full of Freddie Salem rockers. Like Devil's Road on here, White Horses was written by him. Both of those songs rock. Two of my favorites on here. But again, the guitar playing mixed with the vocal harmonies and everything, just so good. He would also he did a one-off album with a band he called Freddie Salem and the Wildcats, which I believe came out in 1982. I think he was still technically in the Outlaws when that album came out, and that album is called Cat Dance, the only album they ever recorded with them. That's really good. Very aggressive Southern rock, little bits of metal, right? Early 80s metal in there too. Very cool album cover, but that was only a one-off. He also recorded with Barbra Streisand and Natalie Cole. He did a lot of session work over the years. He also had other bands like Freddie Salem and Lone Wolf, Freddie Salem and Steel Justice. So lots of stuff. Like I said, did a lot of session work, but mostly remembered for his time in the Outlaws and sadly, I mean, we've lost so many members of the Outlaws over the years. Of course, Huey's gone, and probably a good chunk of the classic lineup are no longer alive, sadly. And that's like the case with so many bands, Molly Hatchet and Lynyrd Skynyrd and all these classic bands, Charlie Daniels Band, so many of these bands, Marshall Tucker Band, so many of these classic Southern rock bands just have had so much tragedy and so many members lost due to various things over the years. And that's why when I heard that Freddie was gone, I'm like, oh man, not another one. Not another one. The Southern rock community takes another hit. So yeah, Freddie Salem, great guitar player, singer, and songwriter. Like I said, most known for being in the Outlaws and lots of other things as well. He's going to be missed. And he's up there jamming with all of them up there. Him and Huey are back together, and all the other members of the Outlaws that are no longer with us, and Skynyrd and Hatchet and all those bands. That is some Southern rock all-star band jamming together up there together right now, right? So yeah, Freddie Salem leaves us at age 70. May he rest in peace. Go out and listen to some of those classic Outlaws albums in memory of the man and the music. And thanks for watching, everybody. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Freddie Salem. We'll miss you, buddy. Take care.